Hey guys, Dr. J here. In the previous episode, we heard about some kind of fair and decided to go check it out. On the way there, a boy gave us a telegram addressed to us, which was kind of weird. That telegram read that we should try not to get spotted by Comstock and should not pick up number 77, whatever that meant. It was sent by Lutez. Doesn't seem like we know the guy. We also keep hearing about a false shepherd. We went to the fair, entered a raffle and picked up number 77. Like, of course we do that. Because of it, we were accused of being the false shepherd and were attacked by the police. We are now trying to reach Monument Island, where the girl we are looking for is supposed to be. Okay, so we can only buy one vigor upgrade right now, but boy, what an upgrade it is. With it, we can use possession not only on machines, but on people as well. And after the vigor expires, the people it was used on will kill themselves, which makes it a great way to insta-kill some of the tougher enemies.
Hold and release to create a ghostly trap.
Oh yeah, and most vigors can be set up as traps as well, by holding down the activation button. This can be useful, but I'm not a huge fan of it, since it costs significantly more salt. Okay, so let's board the barge now. Looks like we still have more policemen to fight. I guess this means we're going in the right direction. Are there any more on the barge? No, but there is a machine gun turret on the bow. Let's possess it and get it to kill off some of our enemies. There is actually an achievement related to this. Mind over matter. We need to kill 20 enemies with possessed machines. We don't only have to use machine gun turrets, there are other kinds of lethal machines as well. The vigorous opposition counter that popped up alongside the Mind over Matter is for a somewhat related achievement. In order to unlock that one, we need to kill 75 enemies with a vigor, or while the vigor is in effect. So we'll be getting 20 just due to the Mind over Matter achievement. The rest can be easily racked up in the course of the game, so we shouldn't need to worry about that. Not sure what the deal with this dude was. He simply went past us. Perhaps he was too focused on the machine gun turret. Anyways, so yeah, overall this game is much more of a shooter compared to the previous ones. There are no tonics or anything similar, and in general there are almost no RPG elements, which I find somewhat disappointing, but it more than makes up for that in other ways. Most notably, the storyline is simply superb. Okay, we got as much mileage out of the turret as we could. Time to continue with the executions. We should be about halfway there with unlocking the industrial accident achievement, but there won't be quite as many melee opponents appearing from now on. Yep, that was our 10th kill. Okay, that was good enough. We need to start using our pistol anyways. It's not a bad weapon, but it is a bit underpowered compared to the others. I don't really hear any other enemies nearby. Let's look around and see if we can get any items. I especially need to find a first aid kit or at least some food. Let's start off by looting these guys. Okay, my mistake. There are more enemies nearby. Probably up the stairs. Well, as long as they don't see us, I think we're safe to check this place for any more loot. Though I don't really see anything else here. Okay, whatever. Let's go up these stairs. Well, they definitely see us now. And I was wrong, they're not up the stairs, so where are they? Ah, there they are. Seems like they're using the skylines. Okay, I think it's time we try the pistol. That guy sure is running fast. Let's see if we can find a better position. Oh, by the way, there is no auto-aim in 1999 mode, so we'll have to rely on our own skill. Nice, we got headshot. As you might imagine, headshots do critical damage, so they're the fastest way to kill off the enemies. To be honest, aiming down the sights seems harder than just shooting from the hip. Sure, we've got a bit of a zoom this way, but we lose the crosshairs, so it actually makes it a bit harder to shoot accurately. Luckily, there was a machine gun turret there we can use to distract these guys. Let's pick up the food from the bench. We're still not in great condition, but at least we shouldn't die from a stray bullet or something. And since I'm not hearing the machine gun firing anymore, I guess it has killed them all. Time to continue looting. I remember this police box, and last time we went through here it was closed. There is a doorbell vending machine here, but I need to keep reminding myself not to use it. It would be a real shame to have to redo the whole run just because of this achievement. Anyways, the coast is clear, so let's move on. Let's loot these corpses, and there's another police box full of ammo. God damn it, I forgot that once the possession expires the turret will go hostile again. Let's use this time to get away from it. No point in wasting ammo trying to destroy it. They are reasonably tanky. Nice, we got a first aid kit. It was only a small one, but it still helped. What fireman? I don't see any fires around. Okay, aiming down the sight might not be as bad as I thought. But looking around is so painfully slow. As you can see, it's really difficult keeping our health up. Where is that guy? Let's try going down the street. He may be hiding in one of the shops. Maybe in this one? Nope. Still, we might as well check the cash register. Okay, he finally came out of hiding. There he is. Let's finish him off. Perfect. Yep, it seems it's indeed much easier to aim when shooting from the hip. Now let's check the rest of the shop and go out on the street again. There's a barrel over here, and just some food inside it. Okay, so I think we need to reach that gate over there, but let's first check the rest of these shops here. Nothing at this stand. Indeed we haven't. He had some money and a small salt vial. I think I also saw a salt vial on that wagon. Hopefully it will be enough to fill our salt bar. And there's even a small health kit. Nice! It does kinda make it feel like there's a boss behind that gate though. I guess we'll find out soon enough. It definitely looks like a boss arena. Well, here we go.
It's getting hot. What's going on?
So that's what they meant by fireman. Well, he is a man and he's on fire, so... Nice. That was hardly a boss fight though. I'm not even sure if that counts as a mini-boss. By the way, the achievement counter that popped up is for the David and Goliath achievement. Oh, we actually got a new vigor?
Yes. Well, you only live once.
That's the spirit, Booker. That was quite intense. Let's take a look at the tutorial video now.
Press to throw a fiery grenade. Hold and release to create an explosive trap.
That wasn't no sample.
Okay, so the Devil's Kiss is not a bad vigor, but we won't be using it too often. In this difficulty, what I would value most are vigors that can stun opponents. Let's get back to the David and Goliath achievement. There are a few enemy types which are considered, well, Goliaths. The firemen are one of those types. In order to unlock the achievement, we need to kill 20 of those. That's not something we should keep in mind since it's a guarantee we'll bag at least that many during the course of the game. Some more policemen have come through this gate, so let's kill them and go through it. We still need a few more executions for the industrial accident achievement, so let's try to get as many as we can. Just 2 more left. This one is shooting at us, but I think we've got plenty of hell to deal with. Wait, who killed him? Damn, it was probably the turret. What happened to the possession? Really? That's how I die? Well, that's the problem with the possession vigor. The pathfinding of the ghosts can be unreliable, but this is a good opportunity to showcase the revival mechanic. After we die, we'll be revived in a predetermined location. All the enemies that were killed and items that were collected remain that way. Enemies that were not killed, however, will get fully healed, which means we can't really use this mechanic in a boss fight. Also, it cost us 100 silver eagles and we only respawn with half health and half souls. But yeah, the main issue is actually the money cost. Throughout most of the game, money is going to be very tight, so we really have to conserve it as much as possible. Which is why even if I die, I'll probably just restart from a checkpoint. Though, hopefully I won't die too often. Okay, now that the machine gun is friendly again, let's see if we haven't missed anything in front of the entrance and then enter the building. Oh, by the way, if we collect a vigor that we already possess, it will act as a soul vial and refill our souls. Looks like the building we need to enter is called the Blue Ribbon Club. Before we go inside though, let's check the table, since we're still missing a bit of health and souls. And looks like the possession has expired. I'm quite amazed the machine gun turret can attack us from this range though. Thankfully there's plenty of ammo here, so we should be able to destroy it without too much trouble. After each burst of machine gun fire, it pauses for a few seconds. It reacted a bit quicker than I thought. Well, we lost a bit of health, but at least it's over now. We're in a pretty bad shape though. I'm really hoping we'll find a first aid kit somewhere around here. Also, there's usually ammo in the turrets, though it was kind of a waste of time to come here since we're full on ammo. Well, let's enter the Blue Ribbon Club and hope we'll find a first aid kit or at least some food inside. By the way, once we leave an area, we can't go back. In this sense, it's similar to Bioshock 2. It's extremely linear. We can, however, use a chapter select from the menu. Okay, so this is the Blue Ribbon Club. Let's see what we can find here. Right off the bat, there are 3 kinetoscopes we need to check. Also, thanks to the Season Pass, we'll be getting quite a lot of goodies here, but more on that later. Actually, before we go watch the kinetoscopes, let's first check the entrance to the club properly. Maybe we can find some more interesting items. Okay, there's a salt vial and a soda bottle on the table. We are maxed out on salt, so we don't really need to use them right now. Let's see if there's anything behind the reception desk. Yeah, I didn't really mean to drink the flask. This reminds me though, there is an achievement for killing 5 people while being drunk. Let's pick up the salt vial to replenish the salt we've just lost. Almost missed searching this cabinet. Nice, we've got some machine gun ammo. And I think it's about time we go watch the kinetoscopes. So it's been nearly 20 years since the foundation of this city, huh? I actually didn't know about the so-called Boxer Rebellion, but it was a real-life uprising that occurred in China between 1899 and 1901. So, from what I gather, the entirety of Colombia went to China in order to, I guess, evacuate the American citizens there? That's pretty darn impressive. A transcontinental flight in the early 20th century? This woman Lutece sure made something incredible. Okay, so remember when I said that there is nothing like the tonics in this game? Well, that's not entirely correct. There are items called gear that are kinda similar. There are only 4 gear slots though, so we can't really use builds like we did in the previous games. Those two again? They are extremely suspicious. There's something very wrong with them. Anyways, back to the gears. The 4 pieces here are part of the Season Pass rewards and they're always the same. Every other gear we pick up will be randomized. The gear mostly gives situational advantages, and in 1999 mode, very few pieces really matter. For example, this one is actually quite good. Another example of a good gear is one that drastically improves our shields. That one though is random, so it might never drop. Oh, and because we've equipped the gear in every slot, we've also unlocked the Dress to Impress achievement. There's also 3 more random gears on this table. This one is not nearly as useful as it sounds, since possessed enemies get a huge damage reduction from friendly fire, which means that while they're still possessed, it will be almost impossible for us to kill them. Let's check out the next one. We can immediately discard any gear that is related to melee attacks, since we won't ever be using melee once we get the Industrial Accident achievement. And the last one is... wow, this one is actually quite useful. We'll be picking up lots of voxophones, so the extra income from this gear would be pretty nice. The last 3 gears we can pick up from the Blue Ribbon Club are on the table over there. But before we go collect them, let's talk about infusions. They are items that upgrade a specific stat. There are a total of 3 types: health, shield and soul. You can upgrade each one a total of 10 times. Starting with the shield stat is pretty much mandatory when playing 1999 mode. In fact, I shudder to think of playing this mode if it was not for these 5 bonus infusions from the Season Pass. The shield works as in most FPS games that have this mechanic. Halo is one such example. If the shield is not at full strength, it regenerates after not receiving any damage for a while. She is indeed correct, it is the difference between life and death. Since we can't rely on finding health restoring items during a fight, the shield is the only thing that can keep us alive. And having such a bonus to the shield's strength so early on in the game will make our lives so much easier. It also counts towards the infusions achievements that requires us to find 25 infusions. And that's how many there are in the game, if we don't count the ones from the Season Pass. So grabbing these means we only need to find 20 more. We'll be collecting them all of course, since they're so useful, but technically we don't need to. This is actually the first infusion we'd collect if we didn't have the Season Pass.
What was that?
Surprising. Surprising that it didn't kill him.
Can come in handy.
If it doesn't kill you.
Well, these two are weird, but they've been helping us so far. We're done equipping ourselves, so let's move on to Monument Island.
Father Comstock called on me today to write his biograph. Me. The man pays for exactly 100 pages in advance. Now, I'm half a Jew when I smell silver, so I say, Father, your flock would pay for 1,000. You know, why settle for less? And then the prophet looks to me and says, 100 will suffice, as I know how it ends.
I guess the prophet doesn't believe he'll have a particularly long life. Then again, since we're here, he's probably right.
Blood on the streets. And worse is the insult, because today is the day that marks our secession from the Sodom below.
Ah, so that's why there was a fair today. Makes sense. Okay, so this will be the first instance we use the skyhook for traversing. We can use it to hook up on those cranes.
Damn hook must be magnetized.
And that's the explanation on how we made such an insane jump. Not a good explanation, but an explanation nonetheless. If we are hooked to something, be it a crane or a sky rail, we can jump on top of an enemy and do a significant amount of damage. It's not an insta-kill against the tougher enemies, but it's still significant damage. And of course there is an associated achievement to that move. We need to kill 20 enemies that way. It's not a difficult achievement, we'll probably get it naturally anyway, but I'll try to get it as soon as possible. We picked up the machine gun, but I'll first finish the pistol achievement. Because of the 2 weapons limit, I'd rather have an actual useful weapon as a second option. I mean, the pistol is not terrible, but it's not that great either. And I'm still trying to finish racking up kills for the industrial accident achievement as well. Should be unlocking it any time now. The damage we receive is brutal though. We've only been shot a couple of times and it still got through our shields. And this is even with our shield being vastly improved thanks to the Season Pass bonus. Okay, we've searched this area, so I think it's time to move on. I can hear there are still enemies around, but they're not coming at us, so we'll have to find them ourselves. They're probably waiting for us on that barge. Though I think his voice is coming from somewhere on our right. And was that a machine gun on the barge? Nice, this should help kill some of the policemen. And by the way, I'm not really interested in taking your land, guys. Just give me the girl and I'll be out of your hair. There is a small health kit by those crates. We've already maxed out on machine gun ammo. Even though we can only carry 2 weapons at a time, we can collect ammo for every weapon we've encountered. Which means that even if we run out of ammo, we can simply pick up a new weapon. There's no point in using another possession, so let's just finish off the turret. Since we have the shield now, turrets will no longer be a problem. Okay, now let's find the rest of the policemen. Just making sure we haven't missed anything. Nope, we're fine. Let's continue. Oh, we should pick up that salt vial though. Nice, we're in pretty good shape after the fight. There's no one else on the barge. Where are they? They're dropping down from another barge. And it sounds like they have another machine gun turret. I still can't see it though. Can you please not kill each other? I still need to execute a few more of you. I'll try softening them up with my pistols so I can then execute them. It really shouldn't take more than a couple of kills to unlock the achievement. Another police barge is coming after us. We've got pretty good cover here, so let's wait for them to come to us. Okay, this one should be easy to execute. I'll shoot this one in the legs so I don't get a critical hit and kill him before I can execute him. Good. Will this be enough to unlock the achievement? Damn. We still have 2 more left. We're invulnerable while performing executions. We are not invulnerable when riding on the sky rail or hanging from a crane though. In those cases we should be very careful and try avoiding those things if there are people shooting at us. Okay, let's focus back on the fight. I've used possession on the machine gun turret to help us clear the policemen on the barge. Wow, there's actually quite a few more than I expected. There are still more left. Okay, I think we are done now. Or not. Okay, this should have been the last one. Now let's get rid of the turret. And we're done with the rooftops, at least as far as killing off our enemies. We still need to search it for loot though. Well, this is it for today's episode. Thank you for spending your time with me, and if you have enjoyed it, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It will really help me a lot. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions, I would love to hear from you. Take care, and until next time.